Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Just had a wonderfully successful evening in the shop. Forged a pair of tongs for the express purpose of holding on to hatchets as I forge weld the body for a traditional folded style hatchet. And then I used those tongs to make a hatchet. So here is said hatchet. I think I'm probably going to forge it a little narrower yet because that's pretty chunky. So it will grow perhaps a little bit in length and width to kind of keep a reasonable ratio of those two dimensions, just for aesthetics, frankly. Um, but yeah, this is a traditional folded style construction. It's far from perfect. The pole is not dead on right now. Um, that could frankly be just ground to correct it. Um, but if you look here, you can clearly see the difference. I etched this very quickly in ferric chloride so that the high carbon steel, which is 1065, stands out against the base material, which is just mild steel. Started with half by inch and a half by about, 7 inches, I'm pretty sure. And so you can see the bits welded in quite nicely. And all along the edge, you can see the black line down the middle indicating the high carbon steel with the lighter mild steel on the perimeter. And then flipping it onto the side, you can see comes back, probably a good half inch, almost 3/4 maybe. So I'll stretch this out, and that will, as I thin all this material out, that penetration will effectively grow. So I might get as much as, by the time I get this edge to the thinness that I want, I might have a good inch of edge steel back in there. And then you can see my forge weld is pretty darn perfect. That's a little bit of a inclusion right there that I didn't grind past. And there really ain't anything there. Maybe a tiny bit there that's just not ground out. I can probably grind that out. But that went very, very well. And I'm using arguably the worst possible blacksmith coal one could possibly get. It's some extremely nasty anthracite, the worst coal I've ever worked with, and I've been doing this for 11 years. The clinker that you get out of it is, as I've mentioned in previous videos, really, really incredibly heavy. It's always generating clinker, which always chokes off the fire and makes forge welding very difficult. But I got it. Stay tuned. We'll finish this. Thanks for watching.